Hi, and welcome to Chicago Style Eats, the show where we talk about and sample tasty foods made in and made famous by Chicago. I'm Tony.
And I'm Stephanie. And in this episode, we learn about the Chicago origin of America's favorite snack cake, the Twinkie.
The Continental Baking Company was founded in New York City in the mid-1800s, but by the 1920s, they had bakery plants spread throughout the United States. At one of those plants, in Schiller Park, just outside of Chicago, a young vice president, James Dewar, was troubled by the issue of his strawberry shortcake equipment going dark each year when strawberries went out of season. Since bananas could be acquired year-round, Dewar decided to try injecting banana cream into the shortcake instead of the usual strawberry filling. And on April 6, 1930, a snack food icon was born.
Inspired by a billboard advertisement for twinkle toe shoes, Dewar hit on the name Twinkie for his new creation. It was released under the Hostess brand of baked goods and was an instant smash. But in the 1940s, World War II rationing made bananas hard to come by. Thinking again, Dewar saw that vanilla was in abundant supply, so he substituted vanilla cream for the banana, and Hostess had an even bigger hit on their hands. Who knew? It was so popular that when banana cream Twinkies were reintroduced after the United States ended war rationing, they never caught on again, and the vanilla cream filling reigned supreme. Over the following decades, Hostess brought back banana cream Twinkies for limited runs to limited success.
The Twinkie faced down its share of copycats and competitors through the years, such as Dolly Madison Zingers, Little Debbie Cloud Cakes, and Tasty Cake Crimpets, which we will also taste in a bit. But, like most companies that go big, Continental Baking Company and Hostess went through buyouts and takeovers and mergers through the last half of the 20th century, and in early 2012, Hostess announced that it was seeking bankruptcy protection. On November 21st, 2012, Hostess stopped production, not just of Twinkies, but all of their snack cake products.
But not to fear. Several months later, Apollo Global Management and Metropolis & Company bought Hostess out of bankruptcy, and on July 15, 2013, in what was dubbed by Hostess as the greatest comeback in the history of ever, Chicago-born Twinkies, now made in Emporia, Kansas, returned to the store shelves across the country and cemented their place as everyone's favorite snack food and a true American icon.
But how does a little shortcake become an icon? Is it simply the taste? Well, that has a lot to do with it. Is it marketing, advertising, packaging? Or does it have more to do with distribution? Case in point, the Tasty Cake. Tasty Baking Company was founded in Philadelphia in 1914 by Philip Bauer and Herbert Morris. They offered a butterscotch sponge cake called the Crimpet, very similar in size and texture to the Twinkie, but it was released in 1927, 3 years before James Dewar hit on his idea for the Twinkie.
But while Tasty Baking Company was a young, small, family-owned Philadelphia bakery with a devoted local following, Dewar worked for a company whose bakeries were scattered all across the eastern seaboard and the Midwest, with a contract with Hostess for production and national distribution of their products. The Tasty Cake slowly built its popularity, finally achieving near national distribution, but that wasn't until the 1980s, nearly 50 years after the Twinkie captured the nation's hearts and taste buds. So, just a little background on why we included Tasty Cake. We went to my cousin's in South New Jersey for Thanksgiving, and I decided to look up foods that were invented in New Jersey and in Philadelphia, since she lives 15 minutes outside Philly. So that's how we found that Tasty Cake was invented in Philadelphia, and I decided that with the Twinkies, we should taste both. So we did some tasting with Tony's family yesterday. Twinkies versus Tasty Cake. Not the same consistency or texture. I think Twinkie is more of a sponge cake, and Tasty Cake, who says their cake is a sponge cake, is more of a fluffy cake.
I like these better.
Do you? Okay, I've never had.
I don't taste butter.
I don't remember having tasted.
I do not taste butterscotch, but I like the frosting better than the cream inside the Twinkie. And I like the cake better.
Doesn't even smell like butterscotch.
It smells like processed food.
Oh my god, you're right.
I've never tried these before, so.
They don't even, you can't even taste the butterscotch.
No, there's no
There's
butterscotch
nothing.
flavor.
Whoa. Eat these.
You're right, there is no butterscotch.
No,
Actually,
it's
kids
just,
may
it
not even
actually
like it. They
tastes
might
like
like
vanilla.
You have to compare it to a butterscotch, candy, hard candy that you have.
It's more dense.
It's
It's,
more
not as
cakey.
sticky. And this is like you can you can feel the sugar when you're chewing it.
Yeah. It's a little,
And there's
Very
no
slightly
and there's no
better.
filling.
And no
filling.
filling. It's dry. Very
so
dry.
you like Twinkies better?
I do like the Twinkie better.
Yeah, so
Because
far.
the frosting is, I don't know. There's no.
There's no real taste
No,
with
there
this
isn't.
here.
I really don't like Twinkies. I don't think I ever liked them, even as a kid. And you know, the old joke about how Twinkies, they never really had a use-by date and they'd stay on the shelf and last forever. Yeah. So. the
Well, that's
taste-
not true. They do have an expiration.
Well, now they have a use-by date because of that rumor that went around. I think I would prefer the Tasty Cake over the Twinkie. However, I will say that when we were eating the Tasty Cake, I really didn't notice anything butterscotch. It just tasted like vanilla to me.
Yeah. Well, I think most people have tasted the Twinkie at least. I mean, it's a national distribution, and it's I think as kids, we eat them all the time. Most people. There's probably some parents who are like, no, my kid's not eating those. But
mom
not my
never-
parents.
My
So-
mom never bought those.
So yeah, these are
I learned yesterday that people eat their Twinkies in different ways. They like to nibble down the top, like corn on the cob, or peel back the top and then scoop out the cream filling with their finger, or use their tongue to scoop it out. Whereas I just eat things like a little piece of cake, and I just bite it, chew it, swallow, bite it, chew it, swallow. So anyway,
I've done them all always.
yeah,
All right.
yeah, I'm not eating any of this Twinkie stuff.
So where can we get Twinkies? Well, I guess the question
can
would
get
be,
Twinkies
where can
anywhere.
we not get Twinkies? We don't know. We
Yeah.
didn't look for that. We
It's
just
very
found
simple.
Twinkies. They're easy to find.
Yeah, Tasty Cake, Crimpets. I haven't found any place in Chicago where you can get them. We ordered them online from a company. I can't remember the name. The Pennsylvania Trading Company. That's what it was. So, yeah, that's I have to say, I just prefer homemade cake over any of this kind of.
Well, yeah, but I mean, convenience and snacking, and you're not going to make a whole cake just for.
No, but you can sometimes buy. This one is, I don't remember how many calories. This one is 220 calories, whereas a Twinkie, of course, it's bigger.
280 calories.
So this is bigger than that, and that has more calories. Go figure. Whatever. All right. I'm not going to encourage you to go out, but if you do, hopefully you enjoy it.
At least now you know that Twinkies
Twinkies were born in
were
Chicago.
born in Chicago, and they're back.
Yeah.
So enjoy.
Enjoy. The camera, I don't look at you.
Coming up on the next Chicago Style Eats.
In 1938, John Fremont McCullough and his son, Alex, teamed up with their friend, Sherb Noble. At Noble's Kankakee ice cream shop, they introduced their soft cream by offering all-you-can-eat for 10 cents. After dishing out 1,600 servings in only 2 hours, they saw huge potential with their ice cream.
If you like this episode, click the thumbs up icon below. Don't like it? Let us know in the comments what might make it better. Want to see more Chicago Style Eats? Click the subscribe button below so you can get an alert each time we drop a new episode. Don't know what the heck we're doing? Click on the end screen or the link in the description below to see our intro video. Thanks for watching.